Hello everyone. So today we're looking at a case. You might remember a couple of months ago I put up a poll, do you want a reading on a case that seems definitely unresolved. The body is found, a little girl from about 20 years ago, we'll get into it, or 15 years ago, or I should agree, and most of you voted I should agree. But it seems like this case is coming back to me. So I'm going to share what I know, and then we're going to put the cards down, see what we get with the cards. And then in addition to that, I am going to probably look into it a little bit more, because see if there's anything else that can tie up, all right, if needed. So this is the suspicious case of Paulette Gebara. It definitely seems like there's probably going to be a lot of contradiction in this case, and a lot of strong views, even though probably no one knows 100% facts apart from the parents. Okay, so it's a baffling case. On the evening of March the 21st, 2010, Paulette Gebara Farah, if I've pronounced something wrong, please forgive me, returned home from a weekend trip to the lake with her father and her sister. I believe her sister is older than her. After being tucked into bed, Paulette was 4 years old at the time, she mysteriously vanished. The next day, I understand that they've got two nannies. These nannies went into her room to wake her up, and she wasn't there. After 9 days of searching, the investigators uncovered the body of poor Paulette. She was trapped under her own bed, but not like under the bed, under the frame, under the mattress. Yep, that's her bed, and she had her own bedroom. I understand that they were quite wealthy, not like millionaires, I'm not sure, but they were wealthy. They live in a high rise, and I believe it was in Mexico, and I'll double check on that. And some speculate foul play. So the 4-year-old, did she get trapped in the bed? She was found 9 days later. And how could she decompose in 9 days and people didn't smell it until that time, even though the room was searched? Stay tuned for the cards that we're going to tune into. Now, a couple of things just to bear in mind on what I'm getting already is I believe this was an accident. Some people might disagree with me. We're going to look at the cards. I think the parents are innocent, but I believe they know what happened, okay? So what I mean is, so there is guilty knowledge, but what happened, I believe they didn't mean for it to happen. And I don't believe the girl was kidnapped. Mother's name is Lizette Farah. The father is Maurice Antonio, and they probably would have spoken Spanish. We'll look into that, but I do believe the mother might have spoken French from growing up. I do think she probably has something like a Middle East, like Lebanese. I felt that strongly. I am getting from spirit for me to look into the ending. So we are looking into the case in terms of the the DEATH, but like the burial or what was done, because I'm getting like that will give me a strong indication of something. So we'll have to see. I mean, maybe it was the way it was done or something. Anyway, we'll get into the cards, and then I'll look into it a little bit more. Just forgot what I was just saying, but we'll get into the cards, because I also feel like this girl was maybe lighter in weight or shorter for her age, or if not, there's something there, like maybe she had a medical condition where she needed care, a bit more care. There's a vulnerability to her that I feel she needs more care. I do feel that. I was talking about the burial, wasn't I? So we'll look into that. I'll see what I can find in terms of that. obviously anything that I've said so far can be wrong. It's only from what I got for the first time. And I thought when I was looking into it 2 months ago, I made notes. I never, just that intro that I've read to you. But as I've been thinking to do this for the past month again, it came up, or 3 weeks, let's say, I have been getting these downloads. So let's get into the cards and see what we get. Okay, so let's get into the cards. I don't know how old the older sister is. I dare say she's probably maybe 3 years older, 2, 3, 4 maximum years older. I don't think there's that much big gap. And I think the sister was called Paulette, but I really don't know how old she was. So when the father took the 2 girls on that weekend away, Paulette, the mother, was actually going on a weekend away with a friend of hers, a female friend, but it's also allegedly that there could have been a male and she could have been having an affair, okay? But let's see. I definitely get the police messed up, all right? It was kind of like, again, some of the cases I've covered where there's a narrative in the mind and so we go after it, and that might have been like she was taken, you know, kid now, and so they've not thoroughly checked. But what I understand, the nannies would have checked the whole house. So let's see. I don't have her date of birth. I wish I did. We see something new, okay? New was commencing. Newness, all right? But then there was a juggling of something and a juggling of time, okay? So that could be like the weekend away. It could be like what they, I'm actually, if you see here, I'm just seeing if I can get her date of birth. But yeah, there's a July 20th. So she was a Cancer. She didn't meet her 5th birthday. Siblings is Lizette Gebara Farah, not Paulette. Sorry, I thought, yes, it is. Sorry. Lizette Farah is the mother and Lizette Gebara Farah is the daughter. One is spelt with a Z, one is spelt with an S. And Maurice, but here I think it's done in Spanish, Mauricio Gebara. So that would have been like Antonio Gebara, I guess. And it's here, it's saying Mexico. So Mexico is correct. You know, I think the accident fell on the hands of the mother, allegedly, my opinion. I've been getting that. And I definitely think that she remained within the community. You know that I think it's an accident. I don't think she was taken away at some stage out of that community area. I don't even think she got out the home. What I'm not clear on is, did those high-rise buildings have cameras or not so much? Because I would have thought they were like, do you know, the kind of luxury ones that have cameras, etc. And Let's keep going. We've got the Ace of Cups, we've got the Ace of Swords, and we've got the Tower. Okay. Oh, we've got the Travel card as well. So this is showing that she was away with her father, wherever they went for the weekend, okay? It's because I put it here on top of this. Let's just move these out the way. Too many cards. We're told to take this one. Now we do have another energy coming up here, okay? We do have another energy. So there could definitely have been, you know, on the weekend away that the mother went, there could have been a male energy there or something around that. That's been kind of one of the things that's going around. Now with the police not actually looking into things from all different avenues from the beginning, I feel we've not, you know, things were missed and a lot of people were saying stuff. And you know, there was a denying of, but again, I don't know the mother's date of birth. It helps me know if she was a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, where to place this energy. There was a denying of an event that occurred. Just so I definitely see a denial here, okay? And it's a devastating occurrence of something. So that's where obviously what happened to her, there's a denial. And I do want to get to that because I feel like the mother might have said stuff that people, I'm going to look into it further, that people are have said, like, she said something really, really weird. And it could be to do with the other sister, okay? And then also people saying about this third party, the male, okay? So I do get that energy coming through of what is being stated, and I think it's more of an in denial, but it gives you concern. Here it's with this event, like I said, I think this is the police that have messed up. They've missed being so focused that they've missed something important and not paid attention to everything that's going around them. And that has led to not finding the real evidence that's needed to be found in this case that could have helped bring it to an end. I'll get to what I feel happened, but there is a judgment, there's a heavy judgment on the case. So again, I think there must have been stick against the parents. That is coming out. It happened at night, possibly. I do think it happened at night. I think that's an instruction card, the top card. Okay. Yeah, we're getting a lot of energy involved here, okay? We're getting, you know, a lot of mixed energy of messagings that has really given confliction, has caused more drama and more not ability to see what's happening. And it feels like Spirit really wants to emphasize this. The Hermit here with the Eight of Pentacles tells me that something needed more diligence to be worked on and needed a mastering. There is a male energy, and I think it's the police as well, that were, again, I'm getting told the police, felt allegedly, disclaimer, my opinion, yeah, they were too hung up on one area, one narrative, and it's kind of like we're blocked, we can't go any further, as opposed to using the skills of maybe calling in an expert diligently. There's something about something about what they were doing at night that should not have been at night, and that's also with the police. So I don't know if they went to check at night at one stage. We'll have to look into that. But there's a lot of jumbled energy here, and again, if the mother is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you know, I'm getting the energy of really a pullback of taking responsibility here and the denial, right? And it's not only from one person. So Spirit really wants that to come through. I do think there's something more that wants to come through here with the Hermit. I'm just going to leave it out while I collect the cards. And we go back into asking what happened to Paulette. I did look up if a body is, you know, kind of under the bed, under the mattress for how many days until a smell comes out. And it's 4 to 10 days. So we got 9 days. And probably the smell was smothered under the mattress and the bed frame, so you couldn't smell it. But for me, no, I believe the accident happened. I'm going to pull more cards and I'm going to tell you what I get psychically, okay? It's not always easy with the tarot to read the details. So here we've got it now. Now I've cleared the messages Spirit wants. Nine of Wands. So, you know what, there was an imbalance. I don't think they're a relationship. Now, some people might say, why would she take a weekend away? Given that, you know, maybe she's always looking after the kids. If Paulette needed extra attention, care, they did have 2 nannies. Maybe she just needed a weekend away, a little bit of a break, right? But there was something that wasn't in harmony in the home, okay? And here, you know, here is Paulette, here with the 10 of Swords, and then we get the Ace of Swords and the 10 of Cups in reverse. The 10 of Cups in reverse with the Ace of Wands, sorry, interesting I say Ace of Swords, really signifies the sort of disharmony, but there's that newness coming through again. There's something where there's new, but there's a struggle in the home, okay, but there's this energy of trying to keep it together. But one of them is really tired, okay, and we've got the 2 kids here, right? We're going to stick it out probably for the children and for them to grow up, okay, have this solid home. I get that, right? Someone is tired from this harmony in the relationship. Now, I do want to pull on the Ace of Wands because that kind of gives an additional message. I do think that, you know, there could have been a extra relationship here. Let me just pull this card, and I think, you know, that was becoming known. But I'm also not sure if it is possibly the third party relationship I'm getting here, as opposed to a weapon that was used. So I'm trying to stay with the cards and psychically. There was something used, right? I don't know if she takes medication at night. Something was used that could have pushed this to what happened. Okay, I get a confirmation here. So was she taking, you know, a medication? Was she supposed to take a medication at night? Did she fall off the bed and, you know, she's either banged her head on the corner of the bed? I do get that, because what I get actually is that she was put to bed, but then, and I feel it's the mother went in to check on her, okay, the last person. The father might have previously, and that's when she was found. Now, either it was that she... So nothing was used on her. So this is two things, right? Maybe the medication she takes, and then she started rummaging around in her bed. She's either, I really want to say she's either possibly smothered herself in the blankets, she's banged her head on one of the pillars or fell off the bed. This is what I get for her. Psychically, I've been getting it. I think the mother went in to check on her and panic happened, right? There was denial of what's happening. I dare say that there was, you know, the whole thing of someone trying to keep things together for the children. And I think there's a dynamic of someone here that's feeling a lot of heartbreak, someone who's feeling really tired in the relationship, and someone who's possibly looking for a new kind of start because of the disharmony, but sticking around. This is the dynamic I get. And unfortunately, I wonder, you know, it said Paulette had a disability. I wonder if there was something to do with breathing as well. And she's either, like I said, she's suffocated herself in blankets or something. So, you know, disability can also be movement, you know, physical body, can be mental, can be learning difficulties. And I think there's a bit of I wonder if she was able to scream, like, I wonder if she was able to get her voice out. There's something about that, all right? I do think she, you know, that's what I'm getting here. And I think then what happened is, let me just confirm. Do you know, I know this is going to sound strange, but the cards are telling me she actually was in that bed. It like, I can't, it does confirm the mother for me. It does confirm the mother, but I'm going to pull it again. Let's do it this way. I don't even know if I'll put this up because I know people like drama. This is the one thing that I can't move on, is it's not sitting well with me that she was under the mattress all that time. But I see the accident. I see her mother going in and she finds her. Like, I don't know how Paulette was found, but I see her, like, do you know, like fetus position, like she's curled up. I just keep getting that she was in the bed. She was in the bed, and she wasn't moved. Now that's two different disparities, but I 100% get what I've mentioned in terms of an accident. Okay. The other thing here is that I understand the mother's friend actually stayed over in Paulette's bed while Paulette was missing, which is a bit baffling as well. Just give me a moment. Now the cards, you know, I'm getting the same. There is, it remains similar. There is a possibility she remained in the bed, but I do get that she was moved in a panic when they found her, and then she was placed back there, right? But she wasn't placed back there after days and days on end. I'm getting like a couple of days she was placed back there, and she was genuinely missed. But it'd be interesting to see what the autopsy says. But she got into a panic, and even the husband, Now, when I just stopped the recording, I looked up the burial. She was buried and then she was cremated. But I didn't know, I didn't get, I had to really look about the burial because, about the cremation, because, you know what, psychically I was getting something about the burial, right? Cremation for me is, cremation came up first. She was cremated. When I kept looking and looking and looking, I found she was buried first and then cremated. When I saw cremation, that doesn't sit well with me in terms of one of the parents, and I know which parent I'm getting, wouldn't be from a family or lineage that do cremation. It could be both, right? So I continued to look because I had this psychic download that there's something around the burial and cremation. So I don't know if one of the parents wanted burial cremation and then the other one only wanted the opposite thing, and then in the end one of them just had the authority and was able to get her cremated as per what may be their lineages. There's something around that, but I know 100% at least one of them, their lineage would be to bury and not cremate. Okay, I get that very strongly from the start. It seems like it's a no-go area to continue, right? So we have had cards that have said she could have been in the bed the whole 9 days. I believe she was there for most of the days. She was moved, and we do get that as well. So there's the two energies are coming up. Psychically, I've mentioned what I got psychically without the cards. Now with crime deck cards, conspiracy deck cards, investigation cards, those tarot readers have a very easy time because the card just tells them, oh, buried, oh, whatever, right? These you really need to channel and tune in. And when I started the reading, if you notice, I was quiet because I was wondering whether to sit and channel, because the energy of Paulette, as I asked for her to be here, was slowly creeping in, but very slowly. And I could feel myself kind of curling up. So I'd be interested to see how the body was found. Like I said, I do think the mother's made some concerning statements, and I think that's from a position of denial and defense, and probably having a bit of not thinking before she speaks, and obviously guilty knowledge. But I genuinely don't believe this was someone whatever the child, and or they got someone to kidnap the child, or I don't believe there's any of that. I believe it's something gone horribly wrong, and the parents are now divorced. So I think they don't agree on, I think they probably had disharmony already in the home, and this was the last resort, basically what I'm getting. And now if we look at parents who stick together in the cases I've read, I found that those parents are mostly, in my opinion, guilty. So here, some people say they divorced because the father or the mother's telling the truth. And I feel like the biggest stick is at the mother because she's not helped herself in this. But it's coming from a guilty knowledge with everything else that maybe she shouldn't have been doing, and she doesn't know how to manage the situation. And definitely 100%, it's the mother who firstly saw how Paulette was, right? How Paulette was found. And so for me, when that panic happened, they moved the child. They didn't know what to do with the child. They moved the child, and then in panic again, like, we can't hide this. They've put her back, and they've put her back not within many days, a few days. So I don't know when the friend of the mother stayed, but that's also weird to me. But then that's weird to me thinking she's staying in a bed and Paulette's at the end of the bed under the mattress. You know what I mean? I don't know. For me, if I was a mother, I'd be like, even doing the most stupid stuff, ripping the mattress off the bed. You know what I mean? And I think the police really did. Let's look at the energy of the police. We did get it that they were single-minded, single-focused, and felt very helpless and tied. Yeah, so they messed up really bad. You know, here it's not looking further forward as they needed to, not looking at new things. Here is not getting past the devastation, and I believe of a narrative. You know, they've had a single thought in mind. And I get here it was that I don't think she's able to wander out. That's the thing. Like, it's high rise, and I don't think she had the ability, the child Paulette, to actually wander out. So I don't think that that's the case. Okay, I could be wrong, but their perspective is that she was taken and there's a new life. She's having a new life somewhere or something. She could have been taken to be abroad or overseas, but out of the community, and she's 100% was in the community, and I guess she remained in that home. I don't think they had the right experts on this for their different avenues. They were solely focused, and they missed things. Okay, they did miss signs that they should have paid attention to. Here I get there was a lot of looking at stuff outside the home as opposed to looking within the home where it's happened, and the wrong investigation and long kind of leadership, allegedly my opinion in this. Okay, so that's what we get here. I hope you enjoyed this case. May Paulette Gebara Farah, may you rest in peace. God bless you. God bless your soul. And truly, as I believe this is an accident, no matter how parents show the dynamics of, you know, concerning behavior, there's always hurt that remains there. So especially, I mean, her sister also. So, you know, warm wishes and prayers there. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please do support the channel by liking, commenting, subscribing. I feel like I'm at war with the channel. I don't want to say more to, you know, sound like a Debbie Downer, but it's been difficult. Okay, so if you enjoyed these kind of readings, let me know, and I will certainly try to do more. I know I'm going to get a comment about a case. If I get the comment, I'm going to be like, you are the comment. Take care of yourselves. And look, we've got the star card, the healing, what I've said, you know, there's it was here in reverse, unhealed trauma in terms of this. Okay, so take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.